Michelle from Cook Better Than Most Restaurants, and I'm going to do a little live cooking again today. So today I'm working on a simple Posole. Posole is kind of a traditional South American, Southwestern soup. It's usually pork and chilies, and there's about 1 million different variations of it, and many of them are very long cooking, complex, kind of traditional soups. Mine is really simple. Mine is the kind of thing that you throw in a crock pot in the morning and you come home to a really nice meal at that night. So we're going to start out. I have a really cool slow cooker. This is actually my slow cooker insert, and it is able to go on the cooktop. Do not do this with your slow cooker if it's not made for this. You will ruin it. So if you have one of these kind of slow cookers, you can do this. So I'm going to heat up a little olive oil. I've already sliced up like 4 really kind of small onions. So 2 big ones, 4 small ones, whatever you got. I didn't do that on camera because I cried as a little girl when I slice onions. I'm gonna dice up 3 decent sized stalks of celery. It's kind of a nice rough chop. I mean, we're making a soup, so it doesn't have to be teeny tiny. I've also chopped up 4 cloves of garlic. Posole, at least the way I make it, is really simple. It's great in the winter or the summer, and I dress it up with a lot of condiments on the side so everyone can make the soup what they want it to be. For my husband, that's going to be Cholula and tortilla chips and no spoon. He literally eats the soup with the tortilla chips. For me, I like fresh tomato and a lot of cilantro. My mom, she'll go heavy on the Cholula. She'll also go, if I have it, cheese, which I'll admit I'll throw some cheese in mine too, and a little tortilla chip. So just whatever anybody likes. I usually start with kind of a fresh salsa that's somewhere between like a queso fresco, or I'm sorry, just a fresh salsa. It's a little tomato, a little cilantro, a little onion, a little jalapeno if I have it. Anyway, so my pan's pretty hot. I'm gonna throw in my 4 onions. Sorry about turning my back to you, but I'm doing this with one person and no cameraman, so you get what you get. A bit of salt, just kind of get my onions going. I'm not throwing my celery too. So Posole traditionally also kind of has 3 things. It has a pork, it has green chili or red chili, and then it has hominy, which hominy is corn. So if you ever ate sugar corn puffs when you were a kid, this is like the canned vegetable version of sugar corn puffs. It's kind of got that same consistency and texture. It's very mild, takes the place of like a pasta or a rice in a lot of dishes. So if you don't like hominy or you can't be bothered to go to the store and get it, I've thrown brown rice in this soup. I've thrown, whatever you got in the house. I've thrown orzo in it. It's kind of a little weird because it's like Italian Mexican then, which is strange. But whatever you've got. So I'm letting my veggies saute up a little bit, and over pretty high heat, because I'm trying to get them to caramelize just a little bit. And for the pork in this dish, instead of using like a pork chop or something like that, I cooked a fresh ham this week, which is really cool to do, especially for like if you're a bigger family. It's about the cheapest piece of meat you can buy, and I can turn it into like 4 or 5 different meals. So originally the fresh ham, I'll cook it usually in the oven about 250, 275 for most of the day. Then I'll serve it the first night with black beans and rice, kind of an homage to kind of a Cuban pork dinner. The next night I'll take some more of the meat off, put it in a slow cooker with some barbecue sauce that I kind of zhuzh up with some fresh garlic and onions and a little apricot jam. Let it cook down and make pork sandwiches. And then for the last night, you're gonna get this bone that has all this really great meat on it, but it's really hard to get off. So what I usually do is I make Pezole with it. So it's just like the same idea as making split pea soup with a cured ham bone, but we're gonna use the fresh ham bone and make this instead. So while my veggies are in there sauteing up, I'm gonna throw him in there. It's not gonna hurt him, it'll help render some of the fat off. And this is kind of just the last little bit of the meat that was left. Like I said, this is a really simple recipe, so we used to live in Texas, and you would get soups all different kinds like this, you know, somewhere between a tortilla soup and a hominy, and it's warm, and it's real easy to make, and it's got a lot of really good flavors, and it's the kind of thing that pretty much everybody will eat. There's not many people that are going to complain about a big bowl of nice, warm, kind of rich, Mexican-y flavored soup. So you don't really have to cook the veggies down until they're completely done, because this is going to sit in your slow cooker for most of the day. So it's like 2:30 now. This will go in my slow cooker till about 7 o'clock tonight when we have dinner. I'm gonna spice it up with a little bit of adobo, which is a really cool spice blend. It's kind of like a seasoned salt. If you've never tried it, give it a try. It's usually either in your spice section in your grocery store or the Latin food section. It's like garlic powder, and it's got a little lemon and a little cumin, and it's really a nice flavor. Then I'm going to put in a can of canned chilies. These are just canned green chilies. Again, Mexican food section in your grocery store with your canned veggies. And then the last thing I'm going to throw in, obviously you can tell I lived in Texas, rotel. It is like a national food dish in that state. Rotel is also really great for chilies. It's kind of a one-stop shop. You get a little heat, you get a little spice, you get a lot of tomato. Oh, and can't forget some garlic. This is about 4 big cloves, maybe 5. Okay, so I'm going to get out my rest of my slow cooker. So like I said, this is a pretty cool slow cooker. It gives you the option of putting stuff on the stovetop before you cook it, which is really cool. Get that ready to go. I'm going to give you guys a quick sneak peek what this looks like. So that's all my veggies cooked up with my pork bone. I'm pretty much going to leave it on top of the stove just for a few more minutes because my stock is hiding in the back of the fridge. Hold on, I'm going to get that. Okay, got it. So this is about, what is this? This is 4 cups of homemade chicken stock. You can use box. In fact, I usually do for this. I just happen to have homemade, so it's going in. Because that chicken stock's so cold and this is going in a slow cooker and it is only going to be in there for about 5 hours, I'm going to leave it on the stovetop until the stock starts to boil. It's just a little cheat so that your poor slow cooker doesn't have to overcome all that cold broth. And then pretty much the only thing left to put in, oh, already open. It's so cool when you prep stuff to do videos and then you forget. You look really, really smart. This is just regular tomato paste. I use it for flavor and color. It gives the broth this really beautiful reddish color. We're just gonna let this all cook through. That was, like I said, about 4 cups of liquid. I may throw in an extra cup or so of water. I just would like a little bit more. Yeah, about 6 cups I think would be best. And since that was homemade stock and it's pretty rich, I can get away with doing 2 cups of plain water. Okay, so I'm going to put my 2 cups of plain water in. I'm going to let that come to a boil, put it in the crock pot, and I'll probably have a recipe online for this maybe the end of the week or early next week. Do go check out the blog though. We have a brand new post up for a holiday kugel that I did a live cook for on Sunday. Definitely check out our Instagram and find us on Facebook if you haven't already. Like I said, Posole should come out next week, and I've also got a really cool article that I'm working on. I went to a fermentation festival in Stuart, Florida over the weekend, and it was all things sauerkraut and pickles. So that was really, really cool. Learned a lot about making sourdough bread and stuff like that. So look for that article with some really neat photos coming probably tomorrow. Anyway, check us out online at cookbetterthan.com. Thanks.